Prince Harry is sitting in a courtroom right now demanding that UK taxpayers pay for his UK police protection. He's whining that he was unjustifiably treated less favorably than others over protection, which was taken away from him in the UK. All of this while he allowed unproven allegations to fester that his father, King Charles, and his sister-in-law, Princess Catherine, were royally racist. And he is saying nothing about it. The audacity of this dude. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. I laid it all out for you, but can you believe this? Yes, right now, as we tape this, Prince Harry arrived in London court to win back UK police protection. This is one of numerous court cases that he has ongoing, but he's in the High Court right now, kickstarting a 3-day case to win back UK security for his protection for his family, even though Meghan's made it clear she wants nothing to do with ever coming back to the UK. But they were stripped of taxpayer-funded police protection after they stepped back from being working royals. Makes sense to me. Why should we pay for you if you are no longer part of the royal family? But no, Harry's lawyers sought a judicial review of the government's refusal of his offer to hire police officers as his private security detail. We've talked about this in a previous video. He wanted to hire the police, like the actual police, and pay them. Imagine a world where we can just suddenly hire our public officials to protect us. I wonder who they're going to save more, the people paying their salaries extra or the regular schmoes on the street. Nice try, Harry. But he wanted, extra treatment, of course, because he's Prince Harry. After the Duke's lawyers appealed the ruling, a judge granted permission for a full hearing to take place that would review the Home Office's decision to strip the Sussexes of security. Harry's challenge of the initial ruling will be heard over a 2.5-day period. Starting today, it's happening right now. It's happening privately as well. Decision is expected at a later date. The case will be held in private over privacy concerns, of course, because
we want privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy.
Of course, they want privacy. Hearing is one of 5 claims that Harry is involved in, another which includes his legal bout with the UK tabloids over the phone hacking scandals. He lost a legal battle in May to challenge the British government's decision barring him from paying the police protection. So he already lost that one. And the exiled royal's lawyers said in an appeal that the decision has been made with procedural unfairness, as he had not been able to make informed representations before his application was denied. Basically, the translation... I mean, pretty much. That's exactly what's happening here. All of this, I'm being unjustifiably treated less favorably. Well, yeah, because you're no longer in the family, dude. You made this decision. If you want to be a royal, which you were born into, the privilege beyond anyone could imagine, access, wealth, everything, you decided to leave, but you still want access to all its perks. It doesn't work that way, bro. It doesn't work that way. Welcome to real life. Go get real jobs. Pay for your own damn security. That's what happens in the real world. But you're not as talented. You realize how expensive and hard this is, but he expects everyone to take care of him. And so this is all happening right now. And Shahir, representing the Duke, said in a written statement, Ravik should have considered the impact that a successful attack on the claimant would have, bearing in mind his status, background, and profile within the royal family, which he was born into and which he will have to face for the rest of his life in his ongoing charity work and service to the public. Ravik should have considered in particular the impact of the UK's reputation of a successful attack on the claimant. So he's basically trying to threaten, like, if someone were to get me, the blood would be on your hands because you didn't help. She said Harry's position that he should be given state security in light of the threats and risks he faces has been unjustifiably being treated less favorably than others in written submissions, which have been heavily redacted. Harry's not attending the hearing in High Court, where much of the case will be heard in private over the next 3 days. No, he did. That's not true. They're that out of date because we got the picture of him. It's right here. Harry arrives in London. Harry arrives in London court to win back. He did show up. This happened. So he arrived in the High Court Tuesday morning. So he is showing up. It's just more private than usual. But what's very interesting about all this, and I'm curious if you agree or disagree with me. I want to see your comments down below. Before you comment, can you do me a favor? Can you subscribe, hit that bell for all alerts, smash that like button as well, and leave your comments down below. And while you're subscribing to places, can you go and do it over to Popcorn Palace as well? That's where we do royal daily videos. Now, when there's big stories, Planet covers all the big stories, and there's not much else news. This Endgame story has become so big here. Thank you to everybody who's been watching. But if you want your royalty, your daily royalty, head on over to Popcorn Palace as well, because you're going to get lots of fun updates and commentary there from myself and Steph, the Alter Nerd, which I implore you, go subscribe to Steph. She's so close, 100,000. Thank you. But all of this is key because he's out there demanding the taxpayers pay him this money for all these security risks, which he's caused himself. And literally caused by deeming his father and sister-in-law racist. Unconscious racial bias, which is what Omid Scobie actually says in the book. Unconscious racial bias, racism, racist. It's all connected. They want to try to like play semantics with everybody and wordplay, but no, it's quite clear what they have tried to elude. And so he's done this. And have Harry and Meghan said anything to stop these claims from Omid, who's apparently not their friend? They apparently had no involvement in this book. They didn't want those names out. Everyone's upset. Why are they still so silent over it? And honestly, this silence is deafening. So now he's in court trying to demand that the UK citizens pay for his security, but he won't come clean and knock all this nonsense and drama about his own family out. No, he just wants it to fester and continue. This guy's, I really did used to try to defend Harry more and more. But as I've really gotten ingrained in this story and really watched it play out, he's no better, man. He's allowing so much to happen. And he's such a whiner. He's such a whiner. He has so much privilege and access and wealth and all this stuff. And he's just complaining. And I just have no empathy anymore for the man. I don't, dude. It's not you're not my responsibility. And you were the UK taxpayers' responsibility for a while if you were under the royal banner, but you chose to exit that with your wife. And once you chose that, it's over. Now, why aren't you speaking up on this? If you expect the UK to step up and help you in things, then why aren't you stepping up now to help them? That's the problem here. They're being urged to publicly defend King Charles and Kate Middleton after the two royals were accused of questioning Archie's skin color. In a Dutch translation, we know this. We've talked about it. Royal family has not responded to the allegations or any claims made in the book. And Scooby, Mr. Lickspittle himself, is blamed on a translation error, which we've now proven is false. An earlier version of the book that he did produce, he lied and said he never produced a version with the names. He clearly did. An earlier version of the book was produced. He's throwing his agents on their bus, whatever. But a version he did produce got out. Now, who actually did that? Was it on purpose? Those are the questions we're still trying to definitively answer. However, he has definitively said he is not, has no relation to Meghan and Harry. He's not friends with them. And you'd think they would be very quick to disavow and separate themselves from all this drama, but they haven't. Duke and Duchess have remained tight-lipped since the allegations came to light. For the couple that talked about death by a thousand no comments, the silence at this point is deafening, a source told The Telegraph. It's true. This is exactly the type of stuff they complained about. And now when the shoe's on the other foot, are they being the better person? No, they're not. They're clearly enjoying it. I really believe they're enjoying this. This was all part of the plan. Well, you reap what you sow is what their sort of attitude is. But then why should we care when it's done to you? If you don't care when it's done to others, if you aren't actually going to be good people who prove that it matters no matter who it's to, well, then you're just petty, vengeful, spiteful scumbags. And I want nothing to do with you. Charles this week put on a brave face and appeared to be in high spirits. He's ignoring it. He's trying to move on. He was asked how he was feeling. I'm all right. Very much just about that. Having had a rather ancient birthday, recently recovering from the shock of that. He's just moving on with his life as he should. This is his friggin' dad. Harry's dad, and he's put out this weird implication that he has racial bias. It's so ludicrous and so offensive. And it's not even my family. I've never thought I'd be here so starchly defending the royal. They seem so stuffy and whatever. But no, I'm here doing it because Prince Harry is a spoiled, entitled brat. And he's lost focus. And Meghan is so lost in her own narcissistic ways. They both want to be eternal victims for the rest of their life. And like I said earlier, welcome to the real world. No empathy for these two anymore. But there you go. That's the axis. So they have said nothing. There's a lot more that's been said, though, in Meghan's camp, and we're going to get that next. So make sure you stay tuned if you haven't already. Please subscribe here and subscribe over to Steph the Alter Nerd, as well as over to Popcorn Palace. Lots of channels for your royalty, because when this story does eventually fade down, you'll still get your daily gossip over there. So all you guys tuning into this royal stuff, thank you. Please make sure you go subscribe over there, because eventually we will be posting some other stories. So stick around here as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more. It is Tuesday. We'll be live later as well. Hope to see you guys there on 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.